And we're live.
Cut.
Welcome to the first episode of the Beanbaggers podcast. And my name's Jordan.
Is that what we decided on Beanbaggers? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, good.
We're the Beanbaggers,
Okay,
dude.
Good.
That's who we are.
Good.
My name's Jordan. This is Zach. And we're going to be the hosts. This is us. This podcast has been a long time coming. We've been in and out of several different podcasts. If you're an OG, you might know our other ones. We won't even bother telling you what they are because we don't need to throw those out there for the world. But
We're not worried. We're not focused on that.
But if you know what they are, then you're a real one.
We're happy to have you back.
We're happy to have you back as a returning customer.
We're happy to be back.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so much fun doing podcasting, and we've been out of the game for a while, and we just needed to get back in.
Camera's is an adjustment.
Camera's an
we
adjustment.
haven't had a camera yet.
Yeah. We've only done audio stuff, so this is gonna be brand new. So just bear with us, I guess.
I don't know if I should look at the camera or not. So
I'm gonna look every now and then, but also I feel like most people don't though look at the camera
unless there's like a gym moment where it's like.
I know. When
but usually that's when there's like somebody in the room that you think is an idiot.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
Or if I'm messing with you.
So if I think you're an idiot, then I'll look at the camera because I got no one else to look at.
Right.
But yeah, and Luna, I'll maybe look at her and she'll look at me.
Luna's the dog.
This is the dog. She may pop in and out every now and then. She's calm right now, so we're happy about that.
Fingers crossed. She's been pooping herself, but
yeah, she's been stanking it up in here. Holy man.
It's okay.
She her farts smell worse than mine.
I know, and you know what? They're like thicker than a human
They're
fart.
dense, man.
Like yeah.
You can almost see it in the
feel
air.
it.
You can feel it hit you.
And you can taste it.
But like, why? Like, what did she
I
eat?
did give her a meatball before you came over, but it was one meatball.
One single meatball? I don't know. I feel like that might be enough, you know?
It's not. It shouldn't be. But it's fine. She's also gluten-free. If you didn't know.
What?
Be gluten-free.
Why? Did you choose to do that?
Or did I choose to make her gluten-free? No.
But did she
like
eat
a trial and error thing where she would have leaky poops when we'd get her some treats with any wheat or non-gluten-free. Is wheat gluten-free?
Dude, don't even get me started on
I'm not sure. Oh, I didn't mean to. I'm not sure, but
I remember looking this up a long time ago, what the hell gluten is, and I think it's just like a protein like found in like lots of grains and things and like lots of carbs. But like I feel like if you're like have an intolerance, then yeah, you're like Luna, you just gas it up
and dump it up.
Or like it just makes you feel like garbage, I guess.
We're off to a hot start here.
Talking about gluten.
The beanbags are here to represent chill and calm.
Absolutely.
And that is also normally how I feel on the toilet. So
yeah.
It is kind of
it's kind of a toilet talk in a way.
Yeah.
We'll
probably talk about pooping or pissing every time.
Yeah, for sure. And I have one thing in mind already about myself, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that later. But as you can see, the video side of things is new for us. So we have this whole brand new setup. We hope you like it. We kind of like actually dig it.
We have a penis up there.
Yeah, there is a penis.
Just to stay on subject here.
Statue of David for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
Is that the real one?
Yeah, so the real one's actually ginormous.
I've never seen it.
That one.
From that.
They sold this one in the store, and I felt like I had to get a piece of it.
Was it like $29?
It was, it was something crazy, like something ridiculous. But I was like, I need to leave here with something.
Yeah.
And
some places do make you feel that way. That's why I have a Romeo Dobbs jersey.
Yeah.
I felt like I couldn't go to Lambeau Field and walk out of there with nothing.
Yeah, I know. Like I feel anytime like I went to a Seahawks game and I was like, I don't care about the Seahawks actually at all,
Yeah.
but like kind of want to leave here with the jersey.
Yeah.
And all that they had was DK Metcalf jerseys everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That was like it.
Yep.
And then a single Noah Fant jersey with like that was the actual legit one for like $400.
Yeah, and we're not doing that.
And I'm not doing either of those, unfortunately.
No.
So like just didn't buy one. And then there are also the fake ones too. Like at the actual stores. Did you go in the store in Green Bay?
No, I bought that off of somebody on the side of the road.
Yeah.
They were selling it for $50.
Honestly, I think that's the play.
And it's got the like stitch numbers, stitch name bar on.
Yeah.
It's just there are a couple Mickey Mouse parts about it, but
like from here, it looks fantastic.
it does.
Like you couldn't tell.
100%.
But like the ones when you go in the actual NFL store, like
yeah, those stink.
They're non-stitched.
They're the press on.
They're the heat press.
Yeah.
And
the
it's
heat
like
press sucks.
I don't understand why they're like cheaping out. Like even at the fucking stadium, whatever, man. It's just it is what it is. I don't have enough jerseys though. I got to buy some more. I need to up my collection.
Yeah, I love collecting jerseys. Don't love the price.
Don't love the price. I need to frame some, man. Like, but then you don't ever get to wear it.
Yeah, framing's overrated in my opinion.
You think? If you had like a man cave, if you had a man cave, what would you put? What would be like the first things you'd be like, this needs to be here?
Okay, a bar.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
A bar
of course,
for one.
Yeah.
A television is actually number one.
The bare bones. Yeah. Bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A nice recliner.
Yeah.
There can be a couch there, I guess. But
yeah.
As far as decorations,
yeah.
I don't even know. Like, I guess a beer sign, a neon beer sign.
I like a neon beer sign. That would be cool.
Maybe like a Miller Lite neon beer sign with like a Oilers logo or a Cowboys logo in the middle. You know what I mean?
That'd be so
Just
nice.
Like
yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe a grand like entrance, kind of like it'd say something like Man Cave Boulevard, but not that because that's cheesy. But like
yeah,
something like that.
Something to know what you're walking into. I think I have so many signed things, and I'm like every time I get something signed, I'm like this is going in my future man cave.
Yeah,
like it's like I have like a signed Alphonso Davies signed soccer ball. And like a bunch of like random NHLers and stuff. And I have like a Bobby Orr signed jersey, like Bruins jersey.
Is it real?
It's real.
Did you take it to Golden Auctions?
Oh my god, dude, that show's crazy. Golden Auctions. Every time I like
that's what I want my dream job to be.
Yeah. Oh my god, man.
Just going on the hunt for a Jackie Robinson jersey.
I got into this really bad addiction of buying football cards recently.
Okay, yeah.
Like within the last few months.
Football or football?
We're talking NFL,
okay.
Football cards,
Football.
And
Harry Kane.
And Harry Kane. I got into this addiction of buying these football cards because of that show. Because of Golden Auctions, I was like, man, it feels so easy. Like there was a kid on there that packed $1 million like F1 card, like and I'm like, dude, like anybody can just be packing this shit. So I was like, and I love football, like that's my sport. So I started like buying all these packs, and it is just the biggest scam that exists, man.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
are you going into this thinking you're going to make money? Because
I just
should have talked to somebody
man,
about
like,
it.
It's so,
or looked it up. Or
I know, I watched so many videos, but it was all people pulling videos. Crazy.
Perfect.
It was all people pulling crazy
nice.
Shit, man. And I was like, dude, I can do this.
You got it
man.
figured out. You got it.
And then I've kind of stopped because
it's just like the meme of the guy, digging for the diamonds, and you're turning away.
Oh yeah.
The little
I know.
There.
I'm one pack away.
You are one. You're always one pack away.
I know. I couldn't do that. Not as a student who's severely
That's how they
in
got
debt.
you during, FIFA Ultimate Team, Madden Ultimate Team.
Oh man,
that's how they got you.
That's just. I have to stop myself now. I can't be doing this anymore.
I have not done any of that in
No.
years.
No. Yeah, we can't be doing that anymore. We don't endorse that sort of gambling.
No.
But we find ourselves time and time again on Bet365.
Which I did hit the latest one I sent in.
Yeah, you did.
I got actually, now that we're on that, what's your problem?
what are you
You
talking
don't
about?
want, when I send those in, you don't want me to hit
No,
it.
I
You
don't.
dislike
I
the
don't. I
message.
don't want you to hit.
I know you don't. And
God, it
which
makes.
brings me to the question, what is your issue? What's your problem? Why can't you just be happy
Dude,
for me?
I love, for some reason, I'm very much, I like when my
How
friends.
long have we been friends? Sorry.
Since what, 6 years old?
Here's Luna.
Here's Luna.
Very young.
We've been friends a long time, and I'm very much a person who likes my friends to succeed.
Yeah.
But when it comes to gambling, God, I love a crash and burn situation,
But
man.
why? But like,
Because it's
but
because
I shared it with you before it started. You could have done it too.
no, but it was so, some of them are so outrageous,
Oh,
and
really?
then I hate on it. The one the other day that you sent, it was like
Just stop.
it was pretty simple, and like I don't know what it is, man. Like, yeah, I thought about putting money on it, but I was like, man.
You really dance around my question of what's your problem.
I don't want my friends, I don't know, winning all this fucking cash, dude. And then I'm left in the dark.
You're not in the dark.
Because every time I put money on your guys' bets, it does not hit. It feels like the world is out to get me, man. I feel like that with gambling all the time.
Well, it is out to get you.
I know it is
You
in
just
general.
got to get it before it gets you.
I know,
or
like
more
that.
than it gets
Yeah, like
you.
the house always wins, whatever. But there has been so many situations where it's like I feel like I'm being targeted specifically.
Yeah, poor Jordan. You're really
And
you're that special.
No.
pal. You're
It's getting
so
to the
special.
point where people have stopped sending me bets because they keep winning, and then they send me their stuff and I bet on it and it does not hit anymore. And they get on a cold streak because I'm part of it now.
So
I'm part of
there's
the
another
problem.
universe that's getting after you. Is that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's a stronger force out there.
There's a stronger there is some sort of supernatural being out there that I feel like I'm fully aware of now. I just haven't like honed in on what exactly
You
it
haven't
is.
found him yet.
I haven't found him yet, but I'll
He's
find
found
him.
you certainly.
But he's haunting me. I'm being haunted right now. It's crazy.
Another question I have for you. Sorry
Yeah.
to put you on the hot seat. Kind of in
Please.
the same vein here.
Please.
Why do you hate group chats?
Group chat.
You don't
talking about?
answer in group chats,
Dude.
You answer 4 hours later with a like,
God, man.
and it's like it's just simple conversation with your
There's
friends.
just something about group chats, man, that
But
I
what about what?
I
about
love
it?
a group. I love a group chat.
What
First
about
of all,
it?
I love a group
No,
chat.
you don't.
But
You're lying already.
I don't feel the need to chime in that often.
But it's funnier when you're funny. Just chime in.
But like, I don't know, man. It feels like now it's turned from like a conversation to like, I don't know. It's a social gathering now. It's like who can send the funniest message now.
No, that's not what
Who's
it
the
is.
funniest guy?
You're afraid of a little competition?
No, man. Well, here, let me tell you something about competition. Whenever I sniff an ounce of competition, I leave, dude.
Why?
I don't want any of it.
Why?
Because it just makes for like shitty people.
That's outrageous. That is
Dude,
not.
I can't. I'll like I don't want to. I don't know what it is, but I just don't want to be a part of it. If I'm, if for example, I'm going for a girl and I'm really interested in her, I'm gonna bring it down this route now, and then she tells me that there's somebody else in the mix. I immediately go, you have them. That's it. I'm out. I'm back. I'm
agree
done.
with that.
I'm
but
done.
That is very different from talking
Yeah,
in a group
but
chat
The
and
thing,
in with your friends.
and I know it's not competition, and it doesn't even have to be like it can just be a regular chat about stuff like,
Yeah.
and
And you're nowhere to be found.
I know, man.
You're just
I'm
not
just
there.
absent like that. I don't know what it is
And you know what
about.
that makes me feel like?
What?
I feel like I annoy you when I send in messages in the group chat when you're in it.
Okay, well, there's different situations for every group chat. So I'm gonna go through some of them. We have one for the betting,
The gambling.
the gambling one, and I don't I don't send mine in because first of all, I haven't been doing a lot recently.
Me neither.
But also, I feel like mine suck. And there's I think one thing I hate is like, you'll send in a bet, someone will put a heart on it. Like they'll heart it, they'll be like, "That's a good one, man. That's really good."
Yeah.
And then someone else will send in a bet, and then they'll get more reactions like, "Oh, that one's good too. I like that." And then I feel like if I send mine in and it gets no response, I'm a dickhead.
Yeah, but you're the only one in that chat that doesn't respond.
Yeah, but I feel like you mean like me responding to other people's like bets?
No,
Or you
see,
mean just
the
not-
interacting on the bets isn't what I'm more so saying. I'm more so saying when there's words in there. You're
Yeah.
never typing words in there.
Yeah,
You're just disliking everything.
it's crazy because there's some like switch in my head where when I look at a group chat, I never think about chiming in.
I
I look at it, and then I put my phone away.
The only reason I'm bringing this up is I feel like there's so much untapped potential in you to be a great group chat contributor. And it would just benefit.
Yeah.
It would bring everyone's spirits up just a notch.
Maybe maybe I'll change.
Well, that's why I brought it up.
You know what? Because no one's ever there's so much power in calling people out.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I've never been called out on this before, and now I have this epiphany, this realization that, oh my god, this is what my friends think of this now.
And I get it, because there are group chats that I'm in that I don't answer.
Yeah,
But when it's especially like a tight group chat with 3 or 4 people,
yeah,
you have the time of day.
I know I do. I feel it's one of those things where I don't have a full explanation. There's just a part of me that looks at it and goes, I'm not going to answer this.
I know. And that's why I brought it up. And I'm just hoping, I just want you to make an effort.
Yeah, okay. I appreciate what you're saying, and I'm listening, and I understand.
Okay.
And I will make a concerted effort to be better in
This is
group
actually
chats.
why we're doing the podcast.
It's a therapy
It's a
session.
therapy session for like anything that pisses me off about Jordan or
Yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah.
I mean, I've kind of come out guns blazing, but
Yeah.
it's
I think the problem was, so when we had the 3-person podcast before, every episode was like 2 of us bashing on one person.
yeah, and it was hard to get out.
And that was, if you're the one solo dolo, you're like struggling.
Yeah.
You pretty much can't chime in the episode, and like you're just getting ripped on. And it's just, for some reason, three is such an interesting number because like it always ends up being 2v1.
I think there's a way to do a 3-man.
Yeah.
It's just like a host and then
Yeah.
speakers.
Yeah.
Like kind of somebody to steer the ship
Yeah.
either way.
Yeah.
And then like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. You need someone steering it for sure. And I
But
mean,
I think 2-man is the
it's easy. It's easy to like,
Yeah.
I don't know, handle. But we also have lots to talk about. One thing I wanted to dive into was your speaking of Romeo Dobbs, your whole trip to Green Bay. You just went to Green Bay to watch a game. And we live in Canada, by the way, so like it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it is. Just went down there for a work trip.
Yeah.
Went to Milwaukee.
Shithole?
Went to Milwaukee. Spent the week there. Did just work and drank with some of the. You know what I love is, and I'm going into this. I don't know anybody,
Mm-hmm.
and I meet these two dudes, and
Yeah.
immediately I'm like, all right, found the boys for
Yeah.
the trip because just instant click. We chat about sports and just like
Yeah.
you know, everyday life as a 24 to 28-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, and my favorite thing we did was we were all hammered at the bar. Maybe not hammered, but we all had a buzz on.
Yeah.
And we played oh shoot, what's it called? You know, it's like the gridiron something where there's like teams on the sides. Ultimate gridiron and you got to guess like what player played for these two teams and then these two teams,
Like bingo?
Or like no. It's like, you know,
dude, I don't know.
it's
I've never heard of that.
gridiron. It's not that. Shit.
Is it like a bar game?
No, it's on your phone.
Oh.
But it's just like you got to name like there's
I
a
think
line of people here
yeah.
and then you got to guess, or like a team and you got to guess
yeah.
a player that's played on that team, but
Yes.
there's 3 slots.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think I've seen. Yes. Okay.
It's like one of those daily games when
Yeah.
daily games were like a
Yeah.
super big thing, like the Wordle and all that stuff.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And we just like, and all 3 of us, one guy was from, you know, Colorado, one guy was from Vancouver, and then me.
Yeah.
And just like different part, but we were just like chopping it up.
Yeah.
It was just a real sweet boys trip. And
Yeah.
I freaking loved it because if I hadn't have met people like that, I probably just would have been in my hotel room by like 7, because I'm not like, I don't need to go to the bar and you know, and like I'm not a social person by nature, I don't think.
Yeah.
Unless I'm super comfortable with the people I'm with. So
yeah. And did you go to the bars like solo and then you just met these guys?
no, so they were on like the training for work.
Oh, okay. So they were with
we
the
spent
company.
all week together.
Oh,
like,
that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't think I would have it in me to like just like, Jordan, you can go to the bar, do it. You can do this, man.
No.
You can go out. You can meet people there. You can just have fun. And it's like that I couldn't. I'm so introverted. It's insane.
I don't do that either.
Yeah.
Which is even why like doing something like this, like podcasting, is like it's weird that we would be into it.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like if you met us outside, or if you know us outside,
like
for the most part in like situations where we don't know a ton of people, we're very reserved, and I'm totally fine not saying anything for 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
I'll sit there and not say a word.
I'm in my comfy place if I'm not talking.
I'm preferably I'm shutting the hell up and sitting there and listening.
Yeah,
and I'll judge.
Yeah.
I'll judge the hell out of people.
There's so many social situations that make me like incredibly uncomfortable. Like I think one big one is like eye contact. I think I've talked to you about this before, man. Holy eye contact is so hard for me. It's like it's just I
like
crawl
a puppy dog. You
yeah,
can't look in anybody's eyes.
I know. I like crawl out of my skin when I like make prolonged eye contact with somebody. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario and you tell me what you would do here. Like, there's a long extended hallway. You need to get from point A here to all the way at the end, point B, and you're only about halfway through, and someone starts walking in your direction, and this is we're talking a long hallway, right? And you can see this person from the start of their venture all the way till the end, and they're approaching you. And how, like, do you ever at any point make eye contact with this person?
I don't know if I'm not trying to make eye contact. No. I might check them out like just from a distance, or like
super
kind of
briefly
like on my phone and just like, oop,
yeah,
we're still far away. Or some people have it in them where they can't not interact with them. You know what I mean?
Which is insane to me.
Which is
insane. I know.
Like actually, people can't help themselves. They got to be like
they're
that,
itching
or like,
for it,
hey,
man.
how's it going? Or like,
just
they can't sit in the silence.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man, and I'm totally fine just like walking right on by. I'll whip out my phone.
That's
In at the work thing I went to, they did like this. It's called Emergenetics, and you fill out a bunch of like, it's probably like 100 questions, and it's just like personality and like habit-based questions.
Yeah.
and I ended up on the far left side of assertiveness.
Oh.
And then the second one was like flexibility, which means like I'm super flexible in situations. Like
Yeah.
the example they gave was like, so if like the waitress comes back and is like, oh, we're out of the food that you picked. What is your answer? And then like a lot of people are like, no, this is bullshit or whatever. And I was on the far left side where it's like, okay, I'll pick something else. And no worries, no problem. Like no, and it's like, and that's just, I feel like that is like the same.
Yeah.
It's like I just can't.
And then far left assertiveness, as in like you're not assertive at all.
No, like just like
Yeah.
in like group settings and
Yeah.
stuff. Like I'm just not.
Yeah.
Like people can decide. Like I'm not gonna argue with anybody
No.
if that's their idea or whatever.
People could say the most heinous thing that I disagree with, like with every part of my body I disagree with, and I'll go, yeah, for sure.
Sure, man. Yeah,
For
totally.
sure.
Especially if it's not like if it's an unimportant issue.
Yeah.
Like if it does, it's not gonna directly affect me in this scenario. Then I'm like okay.
Anything to keep people happy, man. I'm such a yes man. It's insane.
I know.
I just
Me
want
too.
I want to be liked, but I also like just want people to be like happy, you know? And then but back to the eye contact thing, like I do this long walk when I go in the gym every day. Like the way that our gym is you walk in, you scan, you walk through the doors, and then there's a decently long strip between the doors you walk in and then the change room, and there's always gonna be like 2 or 3 people
every single time, because also the way you enter the gym, it flows down to the workup area, flows down to the locker room. So
exactly.
You're getting locker room action and coming down.
It's a high traffic area.
Yeah.
And it's a fairly long walk. So there's bound to be people, and there's bound to be a lot of people walking towards you. So you have to make a choice. Do you want to make eye contact, or you can avoid it at all costs? And that's the route that I go.
Yeah. I look completely avoiding every single time.
And my God, like having an Apple Watch for that is fantastic, because I can go on here and I can interact with it. And I go,
pretend you got a buzz.
Yeah, if I pretend I got a buzz, and I'm looking at my like how many steps I've gotten today, and then I'm checking out. Oops, I clicked Shazam. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But who's gonna know?
The other example they gave us was like how likely you are to talk in an elevator. And I again was on the side, not even close, not saying a word.
Yeah.
Maybe taking out my phone, maybe like just staring up at the ceiling.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, so you live here? Like it's just not gonna happen, no matter the person. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
It could be a celebrity in there, and I'm not saying a freaking word.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the same. I'd have like an identity crisis if I ever did that. If I ever did that, I would like, if somebody saw me do that, they'd be like, "Oh, you're not Jordan. Who is this?"
Or like have you been drinking, or are you
are you all right?
What happened?
Yeah, what happened? Also, speaking of celebrity, this is crazy. I haven't told you this, but so last night I was at a gala, you know, a gala. A gala. Like I don't think I've ever been to a gala in my life. Like that.
Can you tell me the difference between a gala and
a ball,
banquet, or a ball?
A ball. A gala and a banquet and a ball. I feel like okay, maybe a ball. Maybe a ball involves dancing.
See, I assumed a gala has dancing.
Okay. This gala did not have dancing. I don't know if the
general
definition of a gala involves dancing. I feel like a ball definitely is like the whole premise of a ball is a dance.
Is to have a ball.
But a gala and a banquet are like they're like conference vibes. Like you're at a table, you're eating dinner, there's speakers, and then you're networking and talking with people.
Don't say networking.
Networking, man.
I hate when people say that.
I've said networking way too many times in this last week. it's just like it's the worst. And my friend that I work out with all the time at our gym, he says that he goes to the gym to network, and he's just chopping it up with every other person at the gym, and it drives me nuts.
Again, just complete opposite,
Yeah,
personality
Yeah,
profiles
I know.
there.
I know.
I'm not networking. I probably should.
But
Because
okay,
it seems like it gets people places, which is great.
It
great.
does, but in your specific, like, do you feel like in your line of work right now that you need to network with every, like, people at the gym and like
Not at the gym, no.
I know that
No.
you can like meet, I know that you can meet like somebody out of the blue that would like have some relation to you in terms of like career or like whatever, like they could give you good advice, sure.
Yeah,
But, like,
that's best case scenario.
But like I'm in a situation where like networking for me is pretty much like irrelevant. Like I don't really need to do that.
Yeah.
Like if I needed to do it, maybe I would try seeking it out a bit more. But
Well, you were at a gala, so it
And I was
seems
at a
like
gala-
the networking.
I was at a gala and I was forced to network. Basically I had a gun to my head.
How many
and
people
say,
did you go up to?
Too many, man.
You started conversation?
I did, but I was there with a
Look
friend.
at you.
I did, but I was
Oh.
there with a friend who was more outgoing than me, and I had alcohol in my system, so that plays a huge
that
role.
loosens you up.
Oh man,
quite a bit.
that was my saving grace. If I was,
And
in
it only
there
takes
sober-
one or two.
Yeah, that's all it
Doesn't
takes.
take a lot.
And that's you gotta love a gala for that. They'll give you. We had free drinks, and then that loosened me up. I got loosey goosey, and then I was networking, and we were going crazy. People were loving us. One guy was talking about this was a higher up guy, and he was talking about his ex-wife, and it's like, we got you talking about your ex-wife. I'm in. Whatever. I know. Now. I don't know what you thought of me at the start, but at this point, you want me in whatever you're doing.
Yeah, we're being real open right now.
Yeah.
But also you gotta kind of weigh, if we're talking ex-wife, he could be a guy that's just willing to talk to anybody who's willing to listen.
Yeah, exactly. I know that
Which
could be.
you gotta find. It's kind of a blurred line there.
It is a bit of a blur. In my mind, at the time, I thought, okay, this guy, I'm in. Like, I've done my
Also,
job.
alcohol does make you kind
know.
of form your own
I know.
situation. I'm not that I'm saying you didn't, but you know what I mean.
But anyway, yeah. So it was like I did the networking, I did my thing. We get out of there, and so we figured this was downtown, and we figured, okay, let's go to a bar after this. So we start walking.
Hell yeah.
We start walking to a beer market, and on the way there, we're crossing the street, and we notice someone very familiar. Guy like in his 60s, like white hair.
Hey, let me guess. I'm still waiting for more information.
And do you know? And
before you reveal,
there's an event in town that
so it's
might
UFC.
bring,
Is that the?
might bring
All right.
some
So then I
celebrity
don't know.
action.
Would I know?
Someone maybe related to the sport specifically. Older gentleman, white hair, iconic, legend. Let me give you the initials.
You can just say it.
Okay, I'll just say it. Bruce Buffer, dude.
Was never ever gonna guess that.
We walked across the street. I see this
Recognize
guy.
Bruce Buffer.
We met Bruce Buffer, and I saw him at first, and he's very much a guy that if he wasn't famous, he looks like any other guy, to be quite honest with you.
Okay, yeah.
But I saw him and I go, oh, God, he's awfully familiar. And I'm very much a person who, if I see a celebrity, I'm way too scared to go talk to them, because what if they just tell me to fuck off?
Yeah.
Like, then I feel like the worst person in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm very much like that. And the friend I was with, before I even recognized it was Bruce Buffer, he goes, Bruce Buffer? and he turns around and he goes, that is, hey, that's me. And my friend goes, no way. And he sprints over to him. And I'm like, okay, like, this is crazy, but
is your
also
moment.
this is my moment. So we got a picture with him.
Nice.
Which was pretty cool. And I was thinking about getting him to say, It's time.
Yeah,
But I didn't do that because I didn't want to be a dick. But
is he the let's get ready to rumble guy?
that's yeah. Yeah, he does that too. He has a brother that's in boxing too.
Oh shit.
But I
They're
think
brothers?
they're brothers. Isn't this crazy?
That makes no fucking sense.
Two brothers, and they're like the only guys in the world who do what they do.
Yeah, and that's like a very niche thing
It's
to do.
so niche. Like, how the hell do you get into that? And how much, if you were to guess, do you think that he like makes?
Probably a lot. Just
like,
his voice alone is probably worth a lot.
yeah, like you can't.
Speaking of that,
Yeah,
I've seen, speaking of valuable voices or, I've seen videos of like the Alexa voice talking to me. Like the girl who does the Alexa
What?
voice. I know.
I thought it was like
No. It's not what you thought.
it's not like AI generated,
No, it's like some 34-year-old woman.
but that's so many. I feel like she has like an infinite
But it's-
amount of lines. To
I know,
say.
but it's a infinite amount of,
But yeah, but okay, but did they?
hours to record.
I wonder if they just extracted her voice and then like auto generated all of the phrases.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just saw her saying like she does hours and hours of recording
And you did, and you listened to her voice and you were like, "Oh yeah, that's her."
immediately.
Oh wow.
Immediately.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's the same with the Siri voice
Yeah.
is like it's a crazy thing. She's like severely underpaid because she's
What?
somebody sold her voice to Apple, and then Apple used it as Siri. It's crazy. I went down a rabbit
Damn.
hole the other day of
That's
looking at stuff.
That's interesting. I had no idea.
But anyways, yeah. So voices are very, valuable.
If you got a voice,
If you got one, or if you got a line,
in the money,
if you got a line,
you got to sell yourself. I feel like I don't have a. I actually hate my voice.
yeah, I'm not listening to this back.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Absolutely
you got
not.
you got all the editing, pal.
Absolutely not. My voice is too low, man.
Yeah.
If I could change it,
I feel like
well,
my voice is just weird. I say things weird.
yeah, I agree. Are you a a melee or a melee kind of guy?
Melee. Do you have
I
any
used
other
to
ones?
I used to be a melee. How about route or route?
like to get.
Yeah, I like to get to a
I'm
destination.
taking a route, not the route. You don't say route. No, you don't.
The problem is I change it up though.
No,
But I don't even.
you only change it up to be like get a reaction.
No, it just one of them comes to my head first.
No, it doesn't.
That's how it is. It can be a route kind of day, or let's take this route. I feel like it depends on the sentence I use it in too. One of them feels better in a certain sentence. 100%, dude. 100%.
Maybe if you're in like Europe, you'll say route because it sounds more.
No. Dude, if I'm in Europe, I know we both went on Europe trips recently, and I feel like
God bless America.
God bless America, man. Like seriously, I didn't know what to expect from Europe, and it's so different. It's like a culture shock. I think that I have. Like it's
in
like
certain spots.
I guess we went to different spots, but
I just mean like spots is in like different situations.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
Like it was way too hard for me to get a water.
100% agree. That was one of the biggest problems that I had. I was in
It was
Italy.
way too hard to get a water,
Dude.
and I don't need to go through that stress day to day.
I was in Italy, and they, first of all, almost no convenience stores.
Actually, none.
Like it's
Whereas
insane.
in America, they have these beautiful old buildings,
Yeah.
and at the bottom, it's a 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Which,
and
thank you, by the way.
every
For adapting.
crevice and every corner you turn, you can find one, which is fantastic, and I love that so much about being here. But there, it's like you have to work to get to a convenience store. Even like grocery stores, they're
And they
like
don't stand out.
no,
They don't stand out.
they don't at all. They don't advertise it. It's just kind of like hidden
'Cause
away.
It's not like they're not big warehouses like
No.
they have here. They're like actual like coffee shops. That are
Yeah.
this big.
Yeah.
basically.
And to get like the problem is they don't do like they don't have a lot of like places to like fill up water. It's all like public like water taps and things.
Yeah.
Like that's what you have to rely on. So I was like, I'm not doing that.
Anytime I'm out of my house, though, I want either a water filter or a bottle
Yeah.
of water. I'm not
Exactly.
filling up from a tap.
Exactly. Like who knows what the hell, you know? So I was like, I need to get bottles of water, and there's just none anywhere. And then when you go to a restaurant, they charge you for water too.
Do they? I didn't even notice
In
that.
Italy, anyways.
Okay. Interesting.
And so like it was just such a mess. And I'm a thirsty boy.
Yeah.
I have to
especially
drink.
when you're, touring around.
Oh yeah.
You're walking. You're on your gams all day.
Oh man, it's so much walk, dude. I get so exhausted so fast, and then when I'm there, like, I think for me, a vacation is like, you need to do some exploring, but you need to have enough relaxation.
Yeah.
And I am like, when people are like, go, 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 I get so drained. I'm like a kid, man. Like
Yeah.
I just get fed up
Yeah.
when I do too much
You need
walking.
your apple juice.
Oh my God. It's crazy. Like, I need a break, man.
Especially if it's like, because like when I was in New York, I could have gone all day, and I did go all day touring around.
Yeah.
Not much break and all that, but there were like a million things that I knew I wanted to see, and like things that I knew I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I guess a lot of it was like sitting and eating food though.
Yeah.
So I guess that is versus like, I don't know what you do in Italy.
Well,
Like go monument to monument kind of.
yeah, and
Church to church, I'd assume.
the problem is that like New York is like, I feel like most things are within walking distance, right? Like it's compact enough. Would you
Yeah,
say?
and the subway is very easy to use, so
yeah,
that zips you around.
I think because we had so much traveling, like all the big monuments are like spread out for the most part.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of traveling, walking around, and it was just like, and it's so hot.
Did you ever walk around Europe and think, I can't believe World War II is here?
Yeah.
That
Well,
hit me like
yeah.
3 times in London, where I was like,
Yeah.
less than 100 years ago, this place was
Like shot down.
bomb.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Kind of nuts to think about that, but then I think the overriding thought was, I'm so thirsty.
And then I got back to yeah, fair enough.
And I'm like, I'm so hungry too.
Yeah.
And like,
And God, you can't get a bag of chips. I feel like
No,
it's
you
just
can't.
not as
it's
accessible.
just not.
Again, there's no beef jerky.
Yeah.
There's
The snacks just suck.
Yeah,
Like they eat weird things.
it's
and
just like beans.
it's just beans. It's just beans. For the
Beans in
most
like a
part.
salad. That's all they offer.
Well, the problem is they're also
They're not a bunch of fatzos.
their eating schedule is so much different. Like
I love saying
growing up
fatso.
in North America, man, you want to eat like every 30 minutes I should have something in my mouth.
Yep.
Like, and I'm just like that now. I'm just always hungry.
Yeah.
And like if I don't, my body's to the point now where if I don't get that food, I'm going to be exhausted. Like I'm just
exhausted. It's not just like a thing you feel in your gut. It's not just hunger.
No,
You
it's
feel
like
tired.
it plays so many different roles. Like I get angry, I get exhausted, and
So
like
I gotta text the group chat at a time
Yeah,
where you
exactly.
just finished eating.
exactly, yeah. I get so like, and then I finish eating sometimes. Like I'll be on lunch break and I'll eat, and then that makes me tired too.
How weird is it? Do you ever snap out of a mood and you're like, What was I
yeah.
doing there? That's like the weirdest thing for me.
Yeah, I get that a lot when I play like games. Like
Well,
it changes. It
Yeah.
changes my like chemistry for a little bit.
Yeah, for like an hour.
Like I'm an angry different person. Like
Yeah.
I'm an ass.
Yeah.
And then
And everything's pissing me off.
everything
And I'm gonna let people know about it.
someone can knock on my door and be like, "Hey." And I'll be like, I'll get so angry for just
Why the fuck
smallest
would I want
little
Tellus? I don't want Tellus.
thing. Yeah.
I already have fucking Ron.
Why don't we have and why don't we have fiber optic? This is ridiculous. Like the smallest little
Been on the
lag.
phone for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Like I get just so heated over the little things, and then immediately when I'm done I snap out of it and I'm like, why did I do that for the last hour and a half? Like
Yeah.
I feel like a
And then
terrible
that
person.
person's just like gone, and you can't say sorry, or like
No.
that's just their permanent like.
Yeah. I know.
You know.
I always think about that and I'm like, I always think of I think of this. I think of I say something mean like that or have mean comments and I'm like, what if that was the last thing that I ever got to tell them?
Yeah, I mean, depending on who it is, if it's some random, it's not
then I wouldn't care. But
yeah.
if it was like someone that's like close to me, I'd be like, I would just feel horrendous.
Should I text them right now?
Yeah,
But then that's weak.
yeah, I know that is a sign of weakness. You have to stay powerful, but also just be kind. Which is sometimes
Yeah,
hard.
so just don't get in those moods.
Yeah, so that's the key is to just not. And then it's like, well, do I not gamble anymore? Do I not play video games anymore? Do I do all these things that I love doing, but they make me so angry all the time?
Rarely make you happy, but it's a good.
Like I don't know what to do. But I don't know, dude. It's tough. It's tough out here, man. I feel like that's just the brain of a dude.
It is the brain of a dude.
Like I don't know. Women don't. I mean, they're just different, man. They're just different.
Thank you for speaking
At the end of the
on
day,
the women's behalf. That was very nice of you.
they're just different. Love women. Big woman guy here.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing but support for women. I'm just saying
For sure.
we're two completely different brains, and like how like there. I mean, I don't want to go too far into it without because I'm gonna dig myself a hole.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna sit back and relax.
And God,
Floor's
again,
yours.
again, as Trump just said,
Perfect.
absolutely love the women.
Yeah, right.
Love the women.
Right.
Couldn't agree more with what he said there. But like, I don't even know, dude. It's just,
You're a Trump supporter.
no, absolutely not. And then now I'm digging myself a deeper
I just
hole
wanted
now.
to give you a platform to say you're not,
Dude,
just in case.
You know what's crazy? You know what? This is actually, you know what's, I don't think about politics at all. I don't care about politics at all. Like in the slightest. Like I think that might be the least interesting thing that exists
People
in my
are so
opinion.
passionate about it.
And-
I have no like.
No.
There's nothing.
When people talk about it, you have zero to chime in about. And it's amazing how
Nothing at all.
every family dinner consists of political talk at some point in the evening, and that's when I either try and leave or I just sit there and munch.
And someone makes
And-
like a joke, and like people either laugh or like whatever, get
Yeah.
upset by it, and
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there with the most blank face ever because
Not
I
funny
don't
at all.
understand.
Yeah, just don't understand at all. And then people think like, okay, well, you're not like, I don't know, not culture, but like you're not like,
You're not contributing to society.
yeah, you're not contributing to society. And like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Maybe I'm not.
I live in my own bubble, man.
Maybe I'm
I don't
not,
know
but
what
I'm.
to tell you.
But I'll tell you this: I'm happy here.
yeah, exactly.
I don't care that I don't
What you're upset
contribute.
about is I'm not,
Yeah,
it's none of my-
exactly.
it's
I
not.
don't. You can.
and I'm sure it affects me
Yeah.
in ways that it goes right over my head.
Am I less of a man because of it? Maybe, but
I'm willing to sacrifice.
I'm willing to sacrifice that because I don't want to be miserable and talk about politics, man. I'm gonna
And
be
I
honest.
just don't understand it because it seems like nobody does anything,
I know they're just dancing around
which is the craziest part.
stupid topics and like they don't do anything. They're just saying what they think people want to hear.
Yeah, what like their supporters want to hear.
It's just it's a game. It's just a game.
We're not going to talk about politics,
And
on
it's
the
and
show.
that's the extent of politics is that it's all just it feels like a sham, dude.
For my money, that is the last time in the history of this podcast we bring it up.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well,
I'm not saying we have to. I'm just saying, like, I'm shocked it even came up because
it's kind of crazy that
it
came up.
never enters my
I know, but I'm so it's crazy
Unless
because
there's a war, then I'll be all in. On
yeah,
politics.
I'm just passionate about how much I dislike it and don't care about it.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about not caring about
Do you
it.
wonder?
at all.
Are you worried that you're gonna not care about it so much that you start caring about it?
I don't know.
Like,
No.
You're so like. How do I want to put this? This is why we got these beanbags, by the way, to just like
sit back
relaxing
and
ponder.
and think.
We call this the plush perspective.
The plush perspective.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're going to have certain segments, I think, throughout this show that we'll bring up.
We just walked into this one, which is nice.
And we did, yeah. That we'll call that our first plush perspective.
Yeah. I think I like that. We just kind of call it out when it happens.
Yeah. And thank you for joining the plush perspective.
Yeah, thank you.
This
Anyways,
evening.
So are you worried that your stance on being so blissfully unaware of politics is going to make you aware of politics? Are you worried about that?
Dude, I don't think so, man. I think I don't care like at all. Like I don't think the only thing that would push me to like think more about it is if people are like, you have to start doing this, or if they're like,
But
or
who's
if there's
going to tell you that?
well, maybe if they're, I don't know who. I mean, I don't even know. I don't associate myself with those sorts of people.
No, oh, okay.
Like for the most part, but if
I
someone
don't really know what you mean by that, but I think
Like-
I know what you mean.
like
You don't have to say it.
There's
it's fine.
people out there, man, that are like that's their life is talking about it, and like I feel like if I was friends with those people, they would be like, yeah, so you need to have a stance on this, and anyways,
Welcome back, Luna.
anyways, that's not gonna happen though. Hey, Luna, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So that's all. So that's all good, man.
Go lay down, okay?
But yeah, so that's all I care about politics at all. I really didn't even.
I brought you a gift, but you have to make the shot.
What are you talking about,
I
dude?
brought you a gift.
No. See
I'll give you 3 shots.
Okay. Problem is, I'm at such an odd angle, and I'm a righty. And to nail this, I have to sit. I have to go like this. I have to turn around.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's the opening episode. We'll
Oh
figure it
God,
out.
but it's so hard. I have to go like. I have
You
to
got
go like
3
this
tries to
now.
work it out.
I have to go like this now.
Natural.
Dude. I just like. Okay, I'm 0 for 1. Anyone who's just.
You guys are
listening,
gonna love this
0 for 1.
gift.
Yeah, but what if I don't get it in 3, I just don't get the gift?
Yeah,
you just keep it for yourself?
Yeah, you'll probably be in a lot of trouble
Shit.
if you don't.
All right, I'm going to try it. Dude, it's just the angle is off.
You got an assist from Ryan Reynolds.
The
here.
angle, if you can see it on screen, that's a picture of Ryan Reynolds holding a hockey stick with a beaver and a goose.
Canadian geese.
Canadian geese. So yeah, that we're Canadian. All right. Yeah, I'm out for 3.
Here, I'll hit it for you.
Oh,
okay.
And there's the first inaugural basket of the podcast
I
from
was really
Zach.
excited to give this to you. So
Oh,
I took
shit.
matters into my own hands.
You
It's your wallet.
motherfucker, man! I was looking for this, dude.
It was spilling out of your pocket when you were on your computer, and I snagged it.
Dude.
Which is why I kept a phenomenal straight face when you were asking about it when I came.
I'm such a high anxiety person that like occasionally what I'll do is like I'll pat my like pockets just
All
to
the
make
time.
sure that it's there.
And when something's off.
When something's off, my heart like flutters.
Yeah.
And then I noticed that, and I like my heart skipped a beat before, and I was like, okay, it's probably in the car or something. Like I'm fine.
Plus, I reassured you that it was probably in your car.
Yeah,
so
and
that
then you
probably
reassured me, and I'm like, that makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so much better when people are like, oh yeah, no, you're good, you're good, you're good, dude.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, you're gonna be fine.
It's gonna be right there.
So, okay, well, I appreciate that gift.
Yeah. Sorry to disappoint, but also not really at the same time.
I thought for one small second you like brought something back from your trip that you went on, and you just hadn't given it to me yet, and you're like, I'm gonna wait for episode 1.
Yeah.
But no, that's all good, man. I would way rather have my wallet, dude.
I bet.
I would. I really would.
That's why. I don't know if you noticed, but when we were doing the recording, I said when I was doing the wallet,
Yeah.
I said wallet like 3 times.
Oh,
And then I said at the very end, I said that you don't have.
Oh, dude. You got me so good, man.
I know.
Fucking
And that was
hell.
before you even noticed you were missing your wallet.
And then on top of that, you got the first basket of the podcast.
Yeah. And
which
I called you
pisses
out on
me
two
off.
things too.
Dude.
So.
Well, I mean, yeah, whatever. Well, I think what we'll do is like we have a basket and we have a ball. Maybe we'll keep tally of who's up.
I'm 1 for 1, which is good.
Or are we just gonna say you're?
One
Are we
and oh.
gonna want you're 1-0?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll keep it like that. You're 1-0 for right now.
Yep. I don't mind 1.
And for anyone who's listening and not watching the video, we have a basket, we have a ball. It's whoever makes it, we'll just keep a little tally.
Get some shots up.
We're just gonna get some shots. Maybe there will be implications on the line in the future.
We'll figure that out as we go.
We'll figure it out as we go.
We'll take fan suggestions.
We'll figure it out with all of you. We'll take your suggestions. We'll figure out a way to have everyone chime in eventually. I think this was a great start. I felt at home. I felt like we had a casual, nice conversation on Beanbags.
The only thing we were missing was like a fireplace right here to keep us real cozy. It is warm down here, certainly, but
that would be a nice little touch.
Just the crackle of a fireplace was the only thing that was missing, I think.
That would be
a homey feeling.
Yeah, that would be a fantastic little touch. Maybe that's a 50th episode.
Yeah, when we get a
extravaganza.
Yeah. We'll
sitting by the fireplace. But I kind of dig our setup though. I'm not gonna lie to you. We've really got it all. We've got a smorgasbord, if you will, of things.
Jambalaya.
A jambalaya, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We got sports. We got pop culture. We've got interesting photography. We've got actual culture, and Spider-Man.
What the hell was that?
What was what?
What's your problem with Spider-Man?
Nothing, dude. I love Spider-Man.
So he's not culture, or
no? He didn't fit in any of those categories.
He's not culture.
Well, he's pop culture, maybe. He's pop culture, I would say.
With that, but
he's in line with
Spider-Man's a hero.
Yeah. Okay. So that was you wanted me to say
we
have heroes up here. Okay. All right.
Are you gonna say it?
All right. Well, he's not real.
All right.
Luna, and then Luna just let one rip again, dude.
Oh, did she?
I think you can't give her meatballs ever again, dog.
She loves the meatballs.
Yeah, but
Maybe just not on recording day.
yeah, on the off days. Well, I think that might be it for episode 1.
Yeah, coming up on an hour. I think it's
coming up on an hour. I think we'll keep it around there. We thank you guys for tuning in, listening to the first.
God bless.
The first pilot episode. We had a lot to say, and we're gonna continue to have a lot to say.
We're just gonna keep.
I'll try that again.
Cut that last part.
Yeah. Well,
we're just gonna keep on yapping on.
Keep on yapping on. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll keep doing it.
Was.
We'll keep doing it. Thank you for tuning in. This has been the Beanbaggers podcast, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Ciao.